Just a little unknown fact about her. She's a snack hoarder.
Oh my god.
And a baby hoarder.
I got a leftover smoothie from 2 days ago. I drank half of it yesterday and then the other half is drinking today. To stay healthy, I got this. Oh my god. I got this from California.
Oh my god, it's gotta go cross country.
I'm about to cross over into Ohio soon, so. Hi guys, this is another random day in our life vlogs. I just started my shift not that long ago and I'm just going to be driving. I won't be looking at the camera, but this is my first driving vlog, so I'm still going to get used to it. But I'm just on a straightaway highway right now, so it should be pretty easy. But I figure I'm going to talk to you guys about the current situation of fuel prices and what we're doing about it. I'd love to hear feedback about what you guys are doing about it as well, because obviously it's crazy. I have a cap that would be like the oh shit number of fuel prices that we would just stop driving. And I just left LA and I'm on my way to Needles, and Needles is the hottest usually that I ever drive through. It's like Needles and Phoenix, so but Needles is worse because of all the mountains. I just turned off the AC again because I'm going through some hills. So I'm going to go over all the things that we are doing to save on fuel. Some of these things we always practice since we started owner operating, and it's helped us save a lot of money and it's helped us stay in business through everything, because even through COVID the fuel prices were really cheap and whatnot, right? But the rates were so non-existent and then terrible for a while that it's not even a comparison. Technically that time was worse. It wasn't that long of a period, but it was worse than now because at least the rates are not like what they were at that time. I would say the number one thing that I focus on in all of this, besides every time I book a load now, I'm working on talking them up at least $500 per load, especially for cross country. It's like $500 to $1,000 more than posted. Oh, it's getting hot. Hopefully I can think while I'm sitting in this heat. It's not 106 degrees in here yet, but it will be if I keep the AC off for long enough. The number one thing that will affect your fuel mileage is definitely going to be driver related, so your speed and your driving technique. So not a lot of gunning, not a lot of course, during the day there's a lot of idiots driving on the road and you'll be slamming on your brakes and you'll be gunning it to try not to die, because that happens in traffic all the time. But as much as you can control it, try to stay clear of that. And the number one biggest thing is your speed, and nobody wants to hear this and nobody wants to be that guy on the road that's driving 65, but I'm gonna link down below some articles that are actually like proven scientific studies, because I know a lot of trucking is about like speed, and I think it helps that I'm not a dude, because like he gets caught up in racing other truckers and racing cars and blocking them off, and like, you know, it's tempting. No, I'm not gonna say that I haven't done it, because I've done it a lot, especially when the rates are good. I'm like, fuck this bullshit, man. I'm just gonna fucking race everyone. Like, I'm not gonna get caught up in this crap. So yeah, number one, stop racing other truckers.
Racing is life.
Racing is life. But I just put my pride down and I'm just like, all right, if it's a company driver, I'm like, okay, whatever. But if it's another owner op, I'm like, you know what, go ahead and burn your gas like crazy. I'm gonna be sitting here with my pockets full. So going from 75 miles per hour to 65 miles per hour saves you 30% on fuel. 30% is a lot. I can't really do the math for you right now because I just can't do that much advanced math in my head while I'm driving. Okay, I'm gonna give it a shot. Let's say you spend like $2,000 a week on fuel, which we definitely are gonna be spending more than that right now. Do you see the people passing me? I don't know if you can see out the window, but people are passing me and it's okay. Let's say you spend $8,000 a month on fuel. What's 30? Babe, can you help me? What's 30% of $8,000? You would save $2,400 a month. I mean, what could you do with $2,400 a month? Definitely be in a better place than some of these speedy ass motherfuckers.
Double down in Vegas.
Yeah, I could spend it on a lot of things a month. If you want to get ballsy and lower it down to 55 miles per hour, I think you save an additional 10 or 15%. I read this article like years ago, but I still can't remember exactly when you go down to 55. But I mean, going 55, it takes forever to get anywhere, to be honest. So I rarely do that, only if I'm going up the hills and going on the mountains. But just keeping it to 65, I'm not gonna lie, that's an owner-operator driving life, man. These small little things make such a huge difference over time. Like, how much is $2,400 a month? And then in a year, that's a ton. And it's gonna take time, because right off the bat, you're gonna be like, oh my God, I'm like the slowest one right now. But there's always gonna be someone slower than you, and it's probably gonna be like a Swift or a Priming. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Let's see, the next thing that you can do is use Trucker's Path. Use Trucker's Path, do the trip plan, and just find the cheapest gas that you can go to in each state. I mean, that will save you a ton too. It will probably save you almost just as much as the driving will, but it won't save you as much. But we do that. I mean, I've been using Trucker's Path for almost 3 years because it's everything. I think that when he was a company driver, his coworker introduced it to him and he was like, you don't have Trucker's Path? Like, this is how you get around. This is how you get by. You need to download that for sure. Actually, pretty good one is the weight. This is like all like owner operator stuff. I don't know if any of this applies to me, company driver, at all. But if I was a company driver, I'd be going like 80 and I'd have the AC blasting the whole time. Another thing would be the weight that you pick up. So I did research on this. Something like every 10,000 pounds or 4,000 pounds you go up, it burns X amount of more fuel. So right now we have 6,000 pounds. If we were carrying 10,000, 20, 30, 40,000, we would burn more fuel. And I don't know how much it is, but I think it's also a significant amount. Our miles per gallon for the entirety that we've owned this truck, which is 220,000 miles right now, and we're at 8.3 miles per gallon average, which is pretty good. It's pretty high up there. It doesn't get too much higher than that, especially the more miles you put on. We used to be at 8.5, but the more we've done like random loads in more mountainous areas, the more we picked up some random heavy loads. And shipping wars, we were carrying all kinds of random stuff. But for most of the life of this, we've done light loads, and I'm talking about under 20,000 pounds. Most of the loads we take for drive-in are around 10,000 pounds, and I really think that has put a lot more profit into our pockets. Not only that, we haven't really repaired anything on this truck. We repaired like one thing, and we're at 200 something thousand miles. And I'll tell you the trick to that too while I'm at it, which I could do a whole nother video about this, but the trick to that is lighter loads. Not only does it save you money on your tires, we went in our old truck 250,000 miles before we needed to change our tires, and we didn't even really need to change them. We were just getting close to it before we sold it. And we didn't even do lightweights the whole time, but we did it as much as we could. It's a bumpy road right here, and I sound like I have like a condition. Not only does it save you on that, but it also saves you on your engine wear and tear, because the more you're pushing your engine, obviously the more it's going to wear it down, the more things are going to start to go quicker. So I really think that since we've done that since we started, because we just happened to do Amazon right off the bat, and then we kind of figured out the magic in light loads, and we got a little spoiled by that. And then ever since we went to Glover, we're like, 44,000 pounds, are you crazy? Like, I heard a story of this one guy who went like 3 years or something without changing his tires. Now, he wasn't a team driver or anything, but that's still a long time for a solo driver, and it's because he only did light loads. And ever since I heard that, I really put it to work. When the fuel prices are as high as they are, it's already cutting into your profit so much. You can do all of these things that I mentioned to make sure you stay afloat and make sure that you can kind of balance it out a little bit. Because normally our profits are really high because we do this all year long. Whether the rates are like $5 a mile or they're like $1 a mile, we still practice these things, and it helps us to save more. So when the time comes of drought, which it's a natural thing, things like this are going to happen. Random droughts for no reason are going to happen. It's just part of life. That's basically what we've been doing. I can't think of anything else right now that we've been doing to pretty much maximize our profits. Alrighty guys, I'm going to focus on my drive here, staying safe with my seatbelt in the right place. I got my new boobies to hold them in place. Have a great day, have a great drive, wherever you are. Save on fuel, and think of me next time you want to race a motherfucker down the highway. Hey guys, so scary story. I was gonna say funny story, but actually scary story, sad realistically. Story. But luckily, yeah, kind of sad. Luckily, okay. You know how when you go to get food, you worry if the lobby's open or not since COVID, and they don't let you order through the drive-thru or whatever. So we were stopped and we were having cravings, and we were thinking, oh, let's look for somewhere who has good fries or something. So the next stop down the road, about 30 minutes, is a Pilot, and it's near Scranton, but the city starts with a P. It's called like Pittston or something, New Pennsylvania. So I found a Wendy's and whatever at this Pilot, and I looked down, and oh, like down the road from it there was a Taco Bell. We could walk there, whatever. So I called them because they said they're open until midnight, and the guy answered, and I was like, hey, when does your lobby close? And then he was like, ma'am, like, we're closed actually for the day, and we're evacuating because of the shooting in the area. And I was like, wait, what? And then he was like, yeah, it's all over the news, like, go look at it. But I was like, oh my God, thanks for telling me. I had no idea, and we were just about to stop there in that vicinity, in that whole area, and look for food at that truck stop too. And then we looked on the news, and there was a homicide at the Walmart down the road or something. And that Taco Bell is in the news photo. The Taco Bell that I called is in the photo on the news article that they're doing a manhunt right now. Oh my God. This is the Taco Bell that I called. Literally, that's the Taco Bell in the photo, and it's in Pittston Township. But that was kind of scary. Like, we could have got ourselves in a bad situation, but somebody got injured, but did they find the guy?
Yeah, oh, there's a picture.
Oh,
Check
they
it
did.
Out. Yeah, they found him.
I always like looking at the pictures.
Oh yeah, he looks like a fucking scumbag, like piece of shit. The Pilot's right in the background.
Oh wow.
That's scary.
Yeah. Have a good one. See you guys in the next one.